Hello. Hi. How's everybody? Hi, Wicco. Hi, Toxic Avenger. Hi, Helene. How are you? How is everybody? I need to play this. I don't know why certain things aren't working here and certain things are. But it's going through my speakers. What happened? I'm okay, but I'm trying to figure something out here. Because for some reason, some of my things are playing through. This is what you get when you have your husband playing on the computer and he messes with all your settings. Let me see if I can fix whatever he did. I love him, but God help me. I don't know why it's going. There we go. Okay. I had to play it through my graphics card, or else it doesn't. Come on. There we go. Alright. Alright, here. How is my audio now? Is this good? How we doing? I know, Cavendish. It's been a minute. I'm sorry for that. I don't even have a good excuse, really. It's that it takes a while to get ready for the camera, and I don't want to do that sometimes. I would say 80% of the time I don't want to do that. To be completely honest, I don't want to do it. Makeup really screws with my ecosystem here on my face. Audio's good? Okay, cool. Cool. I know, but I feel like I owe you something, because you guys are always here, you support me. So if it's not up to the normal standard, I feel like I have to explain why. And that's just me wanting to be transparent, wanting me to be honest, all that kind of stuff. So, God. Alright. I'm gonna tape this down. I drew this last night, and I'm gonna be watercoloring it. I took a, what do you call it? Process video of it, of me drawing it last night, so let me see if I can get this ink off here real quick. Go the other way. So I drew it digitally in Clip Studio first, and then I'm printing it on here, but this time, instead of using my usual pen tool, I used the pencil tool, so hopefully it looks even more traditional. I don't know. How's everybody's week been? And sorry I canceled last week. Last week was... I had to cancel last week. Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, which I always am, because I can't lie worth shit, I ended up canceling the stream and taking like a 2-hour nap, which I don't take naps really anymore because I think they're a waste of time for me. A lot of other people, need them and stuff, and that is completely fine. But when, I get really stressed out if I'm not working. So I ended up having to, which means when I have to take a nap, when Cloverkin has to take a nap, that's when you know things are pretty bad. Like, I was stressed that week, so I needed a nap. And it was to the point where I couldn't, like, hold my head up. Like, I was fatigued. So I gave in to that, canceled the stream, and I took a nap. It was a really good nap, but a nap nonetheless. So what's funny is I got boosted. I've been vaccinated twice. I got boosted on Wednesday or Thursday. And both of the days after, I didn't even feel that level of fatigue at all, which was really weird because, you know, the first 2 times I got vaccinated, I got hit kind of hard. But this time I was like, meh. And I ended up even like exercising, working out and all that stuff, but it was like not a big deal. But this nap that I had to take last week was just like, it hit me really hard. Hi, Guy. How you doing? Oh, that's okay, Helene. I'm just happy to have talked to you and said hi. Did you get January's card yet in the mail? I don't know if it's taking longer to get to you in Denmark. Busy so that's good. Hopefully it was good busy, Waco. Return to the plaid elf. Yeah, plaid is quarantine. I don't know. If it makes any difference, this is actually like a step up from what I'm normally wearing. Seriously, it's all hoodies all the time. I can't bring myself to wear a hoodie on the stream right now. I feel like if I don't at least change the top that I'm wearing for streaming, I don't know. There's something to that, like when you get ready to go to work, you know? Like I can't wear the same thing. I would feel way too bad. So I had to change something. And even if it's flipping my PJ tops, technically, you know. So anyway, there's that. But give me something good that happened to you this week. I would like to know happy things. Right? Hoodies. Oh my god. And it sucks because I tried to go to these things. Like, I bought a bunch of plaid overshirts because they're really soft. They are really soft. And I really enjoy them because they're comfy. But they don't have a hood. You know, you can't hide in a plaid shirt. So I was like, these are okay, but they're not a hoodie, you know? And sometimes when my hair is dirty and I don't want to put it up, because a lot of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, the one other percent being right now, when I don't have it up, I usually, like, my hair's I need a bit of a haircut. You can see this is pretty bad. I need probably about 4 inches off, but I usually put that up so I don't have to deal with it. But I like having it. I don't want to cut my hair short because I'll be going to cons later this year, or at least one. I'll be at Dragon Con. I double checked that I'm even on their list, so that's good. But we'll see. I don't know. I might freak out before the convention happens and not want to go because it's COVID times. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying anything is for sure anymore. I don't know how we can, you know. You feeling like human again? That's good. Technically, since I haven't had the cam on for... How many weeks has it been? I might not have had this on for like 2 months at this point. I haven't worn makeup. I got in the bathroom to put on makeup today. I completely forgot how. I did not remember. Not one bit. I'll be right back. I need a bigger brush. This brush is not big enough. Hold on. BRB. Burb. Beer. Burb. You never put on makeup? I mean, I don't. Normally, I can't. Like, my face, like, rebukes it, fights it. Can't do it. But for streams, I kind of, you know how it is. You gotta put on something for a stream, right? Or at least you feel you do. And, you know, let me test and see if they like this. I think I like that. That might be too big, though. But man, if I could just not wear makeup on a stream, I would. That's one of those things, it's like you'll look back at it later and be like, why didn't I wear some makeup or something? I look just tired and blah, blah, blah. It's like scanning a traditional painting. Like, you think it looks good how it is, but then you get it in the computer and you're like, I could change a couple things about this, make it a little bit better, you know, spruce it up a bit. It's not like you're changing the whole thing or anything like that. You were just, you know, enhancing what it has. We'll say that. Do I have that? Are you watercolor paper? You are. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's got dust. Eesh. Make sure if your brushes are out in the wild of a room that you rinse them before you put paint on them again, because then you're painting with dust. And I haven't used big brushes in a while, so I have like 2 brushes, and y'all know this. I have 2 brushes that I mainly use. So, that means I got dust in here too. Damn it. It's true, Serenity, you haven't been here in a while. Have you been okay? Hi, Kristen, how are you? Jakar, hi. How are you? I think I might have gotten dust in my watercolors. Damn it all. Okay. I'm going for it. Here we go. And I was going to use masking fluid, and I totally forgot to look that up. Man. It's like I prepped for the streams, and it's still not prepped enough. Not to my liking. You know how it is. I was going to make this into an isometric chunk, and then I was like, you know, maybe if I just kind of bleed it off the page instead of having it be like a legitimate chunk, maybe that's okay too. Because it's still isometric. Like, I used a grid for this when I was doing it digitally. I did the sketch. I used a grid, so I know it's completely isometric. But I didn't want to do the see-through, you know, water ground thing. And it seemed kind of like, not a waste, but a little dumb just to do it if it's in an ocean, you know? Unless I'm showing more underwater, which I'm just showing a couple things, so it's like not really worth it to have the whole cross-section. If it was part of the story of the piece to show something underwater, then I definitely, you know, would, but not really, you know. I just have a couple things here. Not really detrimental to the piece, but you know. Kind of want to fade the edges a bit too. I do like this, the wall it gets around the edge a little bit. Kind of like that. That's fun. So I might keep that intact. Get all those spots. Did I get all the water bits? Looks like it. Okay. Oh man, I gotta change the color of it. Oh, Chakar. Honest and short answer, no. Oh my god, Serenity, I completely forgot what I even asked. Busy days coming to a close. That's good. Well, I hope it wasn't a bad day. Bad busy. I'm okay, Kristen. That week that I was getting all those angry emails, that hit kind of hard, and I think that's why I needed to cancel that stream, because I couldn't really handle people at the moment. So, you know, I don't know. You do what you can, I guess. I'm doing okay. Probably better than last week. Trying to think of, trying to also fix the color on this. That's a bit more correct, but also not. Maybe the contrast. Put that up. Put this down. Not that far down. That's more accurate. It's closer. I can't get it too close, but that's pretty close. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, if I do 5 portraits a month right now, completely finish them, by August, I should be done. Right now, I'm not too on track with that for this month. Mainly because if I have like a system now where I do all the pencils first for like 5 of them, right? So that part's for sure done. And that's nice because I get a running start at it and I can just pencil, 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 pencil. Because if you do pencil, render, final, pencil, render, final, you don't get in that groove. So if I'm just pumping out pencils, I'm in the pencil zone, right? Like I'm just going. So I can finish like 5 pencils in 2-3 days, right? So that's awesome. It gets stopped up when you have to do the coloring and you have to do the rendering and you have to do the pastel pass. Like, that's when I get stopped up. So right now I have 5 that are penciled. So by the end of the month, if I can finish those, but I got tripped up because somebody recently needed theirs ASAP. So because of that, those get shelved. I have to do pencils, colors, renders, final to the whole thing. And that takes a while. So after that goes out on Monday, I have to finish those 5, do the Clover cards, do the Guardian for this month, which I think the Guardian this month is going to revolve around the moon. So if anybody is interested in being part of like a sticker club that has stories that come with it, or artist trading cards like these are typically, dropping shit. Oh, these look really bad on here. Well, here, you can see it on here. These are the real colors. These are artist trading cards that I do every month that have stories on the back that have to do with these. And yeah, those are discolored, but they usually aren't. It's hard to believe me on that. But I have a ton of stuff on my Patreon. Check out my Patreon if you're interested in that. My Patreon is the only way I'm consistently making money a month. So if any of you are my patrons and you have friends that you know have kids or whatever who would enjoy any of those tiers, please tell them about it. That would help me out a ton. And I like spreading out the stories. This frog lives in a coconut. On another note, this frog lives in a coconut. I don't know how... I mean, I guess it's a tropical frog at this point. But it doesn't even look like a frog. It's just... It's gonna be a green creature. Ah, okay. Short answer, no? Oh, Serenity, why? What happened? Tell me. Is it your health flaring up again? Quarantine, all that? Do I want this gray? Kind of. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Oh no. Oh, Serenity. Is it getting better now, or is it still being crappy? Doing the flats on this first. Then I'm gonna go back and render it a little better. You're good for the moment. I'm sorry if that really screwed up any of your plans. That can't be any fun. You deal with so much. I'm so sorry for that. I tend not to blink plans anymore. Well, maybe if they're small plans, you know, just so you, I don't know. Though, do whatever makes you happy, because if you don't like making plans, why make plans, you know? I'm kind of that person. I don't like making plans. Not to go out places and things like that. Like, sometimes I get scared to death to go with a freaking hairdresser, so I shouldn't talk. I'm gonna use purple for shadows, so it's a little bit more fantasy coloring. Though it should probably be blue, but yeah. Do I like this? At least for the coconut, I think I do. Yeah, that'll work. What was the best thing some of you ate this week? or one of the tastiest, or whatever. What was your favorite meal you had this week? Or what was the best thing that happened to you? One of the two. Trying a different way of painting this time than my usual, so we'll see how this goes. Buffalo bacon cheese fries. Oh man. I don't see how that could go wrong. I think you're in for a treat. Gyoza, chicken dumpling, like pot stickers almost. Aren't they like chicken pot stickers? I had a friend that every time we went to like a Chinese restaurant, he would always get those. Pretty sure that's what it is then, from what I remember him telling me one of the times. No, it's like chicken wrapped in a little dumpling thing, right? They're like little chicken dumplings, but they're not like soup dumplings. They're like pot sticker dumplings. But like it's got like veggies in it too. Those are good. Dumplings in general. Whenever Gabe and I go to this one place, we always get just mad dumplings. There are spinach dumplings and there are like veggie dumplings. Dumplings, so good. Hi, Cat. I'm okay. How are you? Yeah. Those are what I was thinking. Cool. Was that at your restaurant, Serenity, or did you order out for those? Or I guess I'm not even sure what your restaurant serves. You guys were a traditional like family dinner style restaurant, right? Something like that. If I remember right, I'm trying. You bought them at the supermarket? Hey, supermarket food is fine. I'm glad, Cat. I don't know why, but it does bring me a lot of relief whenever somebody does tell me they're fine lately. I worry too much about friends and how people are doing. In Illinois here, they're like getting rid of mask mandates for schools and stuff, and I don't know. I don't want to say that, you know, that's, I don't know. I think it's maybe too early for that still. But I'll still wear a mask. I'm still freaked out about stuff. I want to be courteous and all that. Classic German food. Oh, cool! So what are like the top 5 things on a classic German food menu. I'm curious. I don't want to be that guy and be like, what is it? Schnitzel and sausage and sauerkraut and, I don't know, potatoes? Like, is that normally what you guys have? I guess. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this. Multaschen? Multaschen? Is that right? Malta? Malta or Malta? No, I don't. I do not know what that is. Yep, same cat. Lager. Yeah, I feel like they're just lifting things so people stop bitching and they just weed it out themselves, sort of thing. I don't know. I can make my assumptions by what I think the governments are doing by doing this, but they're just assumptions. Multaschen. How do you say it? Am I saying it right? Malta? Or is it Malta? I'll look this up. Oh, those look good. Is that like a potato wrapper? What is that? Are those like little pasta ravioli things? Or are those more like... They look like ravioli things. Or are they like a sandwich wrap? Filled with either meat or just veggies cooked in hot water. Oh, it is noodle dough. Okay, so they are like raviolis, little wrapped raviolis. Bratkartoffeln? Is it fun to hear me just butcher these? Bartkopf. Oh my god. Someone tell me how to say Multaschen. Maltaschen. They taste completely different though. Is it because are the noodle parts, is that made with potato dough instead of noodle dough? I'm curious. This sounds good. We live in a town that prides itself on being Dutch, which we're in like a part of Illinois. It's like, you're not probably actually Dutch here, people. But they have a festival called Dutch Days and stuff. And I'm always curious how much of the town is actually, you know, Dutch or whatever. But anyway, we have a windmill. It's not a big deal. But they do like to think they're very heavily this kind of thing, but it's like, nah. It's cute though. The parade's cute, and I don't know. The town is charming. It's just a little beat up, I'll say. We have like one Amish farm we know of that's, I guess, within 5-ish miles. But that's the only one we've seen. There might be more, but we know for sure there's one. But we also have a llama farm that's nearby. Definitely want to check that out. But yeah, it's interesting. It's weird because parts of the town are really nice and other parts need help. It's like 2 buildings will be really nice and then 2 will be old and kind of like just bars or something, and then the next 2 will be really nice and new and then bars, and so it's really strange right now. It's having an identity crisis, I think. Eggs, flour, pinch of salt, and durum wheat. Semolina. Wow, I don't even know what durum wheat is. Those still sound like normal noodles though, and not potato noodles. Because isn't gnocchi potato? I think. Potato pastas. No potato. Oh. No potato. No potato. I'm gonna do a very vibrant frog color here. Shoot. Lead. Much lighter than Noki. Oh, really? It's for your region? That's crazy. I guess that's similar to us having specific dishes a certain way in like Texas or something, right? Similar to that sort of thing. So I keep forgetting, not that Europe's small, but that states here are similar to countries there. I remember that being crazy. Like we were able to take a train to a different country within a couple hours when we were in Europe. That kind of blew my mind. Schwabenland? Did I say that right? Schwabenland? So Animal Crossing has been saving my life lately. I play it during all my breaks that I get, so lunch breaks and stuff, and when I'm like on the treadmill, I play it, because I can put down the Switch monitor and take off the Joy-Cons and just walk while doing it, because if I try to hold it while I'm walking, I get motion sick. How sad is that? I get actually motion sick. So I have to put it down so it's stationary, and then I can walk and do the things, which, that's nice. I've been having a good time with that, because then it makes it easy to walk like an hour and not be bored. So lately I get so antsy, so having something like that has been really nice. But I have been really into that. So if anybody here knows that Animal Crossing bug, you feel me. Yeah, that's true, Guy. That's a good point. Did I say it right, Serenity? Schwabenland? Cool. Schwaben. But I honestly never thought I'd get into Animal Crossing, because when I first played New Horizons, like, I think we got it a year ago, I was like, ugh, what's the point of this? This is so dumb. I don't like this. Blah, 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 blah. And then I played it again and it just clicked. And then I was hard into it. There are still a lot of things I wish it had. And I still think it's stupid that you just go up to an object and you click A to, like, activate it and you can't do certain things. But it's still cool. Germans in Crimea, Germans in Transylvania, Native Romanians in Switzerland, Spain, so on and so forth. Yeah, that is cool. Where here it's just like Americans with different dialects in different areas of the US. It'd be crazy if it was actual countries. Like, that'd be cool. Like, I like that about Europe. I think that's really neat. You have all that heritage packed in just a little area. It's super cool. America, it's like, it's all... Let me make an analogy. America's like ice cream. And every state is like a different flavor of ice cream. Where in Europe, you get all kinds of desserts. You have ice creams and pastries and cakes and muffins and cupcakes and all that stuff in each country. That's what it feels like. True that, guy. True that. Ice cream stays ice cream. That's what I'm saying. It's just ice cream where y'all have so many different awesome like desserts. I don't know, I just think that's neat. And you do have actual cool desserts too, aside from the analogy. The only thing that feels really American as a dessert to me is when you put cereal on ice cream. That feels very America. Oh no, what was it, Cavendish? Is it like beer ice cream or something? My ex-husband went through a phase where he got an ice cream maker and he made all kinds of ice creams. So he made like a corn ice cream, he made a beer ice cream, he made all these kinds of ice creams. Some were not good. Brimstone, hot chilies. Oh wow. I don't think I'd be into like a cinnamon hot spicy ice cream. Because then what do you take to kill the spice if you can't drink milk or something creamy? You know, if it's already creamy, there's no prayer for you. Oh no, a ghost pepper? No. Here's the thing though, if it was like a cinnamon ice cream, I don't think I'd want it. But if it was like coffee cake or anything that would have cinnamon as a flavor in it, I think it'd be okay. So like a coffee cake ice cream would probably be pretty good. Or like a cobbler, apple cobbler ice cream, which would have cinnamon in it. That would be pretty good. But just cinnamon, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even fathom something that feels like a crime against God. Cinnabon ice cream, yeah, that'd be good. Oh man, I'd eat that. But like, just spice and ice cream. No. Sugar and spice, no. That feels like it shouldn't even happen. Ugh. You need food. Okay, you get food. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring this coconut down a couple notches in brown. I need to make one side more yellow, more bright, more contrasted than the other. And then I'm gonna have to put in a hard shadow. Yeah, Cinnabon ice cream, I'm behind that. That sounds good. Sorry my hand looks so bad on this camera. It's like sometimes this wants to play nice and other times it does not. Let's see if I can fix it again. Now that I've got more color. That's still pretty good. It's gonna be more of a desaturated coconut too once I get there. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I have a new theme at the beginning of my stream. It's a custom theme. I worked with a friend on it. And now I don't need to worry about the whole royalty-free thing. So I have my own theme, so that's good. I think he did a good job. I had to go back and forth with him a bunch. Just because he's normally like an electronic kind of techno metal guy. And he did a really good job. But the melody is actually one of those songs that you sing to your pet. Like that just one day you're like, oh yeah, and I'm singing to my pet and here's this song. And I was like, hey, I actually really like that. So I told him about it, I played it on the piano for him, and then he worked it into my theme, and I love it. I think it worked out good. I make up themes for my dogs when I sing to them, when I make them food and stuff, so I basically just stole it from my dogs. Yeah, it works pretty good. Let's go back to the water real quick. So whenever you're waiting at the beginning of my stream and you hear that, that's from him. So I put his info beneath the video too. So if you want to check it out, he does commissions a lot for custom themes and things. So if you're looking for like a theme for your D&D character or your own stream or something, he can totally do that. Which I think is interesting. You know how people always want commissions done of their D&D characters. I'm surprised nobody wants themes for their D&D character. Like when you're telling people about your character, it's your turn or something, you could have your theme playing in the background while you're, like, you know, at the table with everybody. I don't know, I think that'd be cool. I'm just surprised I haven't heard more about that. I'm gonna take a green and just kind of go for it on here. Just want to make sure it's kind of the green I want. Maybe I'll do it down here first. Oh no! Get out of here, guy. No, sorry, I was talking to the spam bot. Not you. Not you, guy. Never you. I would never talk to you that way. Yeah. What's everybody doing right now? You just watching, or are you doing your own thing? Like, what's everybody up to? Are you? What are you gonna change it to? That's exciting. It's exciting to rebrand sometimes. Tutor makes comics. That works. Especially if your name is Tutor. I mean, if you think you're for sure going to be making comics and just comics, then it's good. But if you're going to be doing drawings and stuff as well as comics, I don't know, you might want it more ambiguous. It's up to you, though, of course. But usually I tell people, if you're not sure exactly what you're going for, like what your style's gonna be or what your, you know, your main content's gonna be, if it's gonna be 3D or 2D or digital or traditional, make sure and make your name kind of ambiguous, you know? That way, if you know, change what you're doing, it's not a big deal. Sophia. Oh, I got you, guy. Yeah, then I mean, go with it. Go with your gut. At the end of the day, go with your gut. How you doing, Sophia? How's your weekend going? Doing some errands. Nice. How about me? I am okay. I'm just painting. And then, let's see, what am I gonna do after I paint? I gotta work on Patreon stuff and more portraits. But otherwise, no, nothing much. Just trying to keep it together, you know? It's just one of those things. Yeah, right? I have a bunch of friends at cons this weekend. OhioCon is happening, and AmKey is happening, and Anime Milwaukee in Wisconsin. And I'm just over here like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I get it. I don't know if I want to be doing it yet. I mean, come August or September, when Dragon Con is, I'm hoping that's enough time to kind of be, be back to things a little bit better. But we'll see. That's kind of a muddy green. Maybe this should be more blues than purple, but I think the coconut has to be like a purple glow, because I really feel like the sun reflected off the inside of a coconut would give more of a purpley glow. But maybe the grass will be more of a blue. Progress on the pet portraits. So, let's see. I talked about it earlier, but I'm doing a new thing coming up. I'm pulling out my ear. Not my ear, but this thing. Starting a new thing where I'm doing trying to get 5 done a month, which is insane a bit. But if I, the first week of the month, I at least do 5 pencils, then the rest of the month I can spend doing the colors and the render and all that, and then ship those. And then if things go well, I should be done with all of them by August. So we'll see how that goes. Usually the only thing that stops me up is if somebody demands theirs earlier, because then I have to put all of them on the side and then finish one, and that finishing one in one go takes a lot more than just penciling, coloring, doing it like that, because then you're in the zone. But I've got Patreon stuff to do too, and Patreon takes at least a week and a half out of my schedule. So it's like half the month is for portraits basically, and half the month is for Patreon. So we'll see. Hopefully it goes well. Medical bill? Oh no. I can understand that though. Medical bills are no joke. No joke. I can't even. Ugh. It's true, Cat. Too true. That might be a little too purple for there. Thank you, Sophia. And then I swear to God, once I'm caught up, I'm going to be streaming more. I'm going to be putting out more videos. I will have so much more time. It'll be ridiculous how much more time I'll have. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, that keeps me going. I have things up around my desk area that are just like stupid signs in Arial font that just say things to remind me. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Progress, no matter how small, still progress. Don't forget that. Don't forget that me. Don't forget that you. Honestly, the hardest part of it all is feeling like that the portraits haven't necessarily been a waste of my time, but they don't feel like I've really invested in much. Yeah, it's helped my style a ton. And my experience with clients and conventions, that's been nice. That's been a good experience. Making my own business has been fun. But I don't know if it's not what I wanted to do with those first 5 or so years of my life with my business. I wanted to do something different, but I guess you can't really control that either. I shouldn't probably try to control that. I mean, I should be happy with the way it went, because at least it went, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh, Cat. Thank you. Well, don't spend too much money. I'm excited though. I'll be painting more, I think. Oh man, I've been doing little notes about how to even start my the next stages of all my projects. I'm so excited. Because before I went freelance, I had my stories written that I wanted to illustrate. And then I was like, alright, once I go freelance, I'll have some freelance jobs, and then in my free time, I'll be doing my stories finally, and I'll make them into, you know, the stuff. What happened was, that didn't happen. I ended up having this little business, and it took off, and it was great. And it is great. It's just, it got backed up thanks to COVID, and now I gotta finish that before I do anything else. Which is fine. That's part of it. I feel like that's just part of it. This is not as bright or as oceany as I want it, so I'm gonna just ocean the shit out of it right now. It's one of those things where I realize when I'm being too careful when I'm painting, and I actually get mad at myself. So I'm like, that's it, fuck it. Just ocean the shit out of it. It's like, okay. More. Like, more. Just go. Just go, just do it. If it ruins it, fine. I don't care. Just needs more. Typically, you don't ruin it. Typically. But if you're being too careful sometimes, fuck it, you can do it again another time if you need to. Sometimes art needs that chaos introduced in there. You know what I mean? And you gotta have the balls to do it, to push it, or else you're just not gonna get the piece where it needs to be. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, that whole thing. Fortune favors the brave, blah blah blah, that crap. Also probably doesn't help all the games I've been playing, aka just Animal Crossing, is so saturated. So I'm like, this isn't ocean, that's ocean. So it's like I gotta make sure I get my ocean on. Yeah, I'm already happier with that. Oh, that sounds pretty. What is that from, Sophia? Ocean the shit out of it. That's what I'm saying. Oh, thanks, Kat. It just sucks that it's been like, was it 7 years now? 6 or 7 years since 2015. 2015 is when I basically cut off. And I went freelance. So I have to be happy with my progress or else I'll go crazy. It's one of those things. It's like I don't have regrets. I can't have regrets because I like where I ended up. And if I'm happy where I am, I can't have regrets. And I don't. But it's just different than what I shot for, which feels strange. I don't know. Oh, my camera's like... Why is my camera so... I wonder if there's a reason I did that. I wonder if that's when I showed the cards. Is it doing autofocus? Weird. Oh, Ween! Yes! Oh, Ween. Did Ween do Teenage Dirtbag? I thought they did. If I remember right, I loved that song. Though that was probably their most well-known hit, so it's not like I'm trying to be like, yeah, I know who Ween is. All these greens are not as vibrant as I'd like. Come on. Some purple in that bitch. That's a good point, Kat. Trust the process, right? I should probably look at it more in that way. If there's a reason, or if it took this long for me to get... And you know what? That's a good point. Because if I think about if I had done my stories when I did come out of it, they would not be good. Actually, if I'm completely honest, because during the time I've been doing the portraits, I've been doing Journey June, and you know, as much as Journey June has been to help other people, it's also helped me. So it got me better at storytelling too. So there's that, you know. So I should be very happy about that. There's a green I'm looking for. God, it took forever to get to this. Weedus. Oh yeah. Damn W bands. I think it's Weedus, like with a T. But yeah, you're right. that's very true too, Kat. That's very true. You make very good points. I don't see it as toxic positivity either. It's just optimism about your situation. If it can't be helped, then it is better to look on the bright side, or else you end up beating the crap out of yourself, right? For not doing certain things. So, no, I'm with you on that. Trying to think of where the shadow's gonna go on this. Oh, thank you, Theron. Did I say that right? Therian? Maybe? Therian? I'm glad you could catch us. Us. Catch me? We're all here. We're all kind of in the stream together, right? Not us as in us, but us. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad I put on makeup today. And thank you, Serenity, for sharing the socials. Oh, I know who it is. That's you, Vanessa, right? Took me a minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, this was also the first time in a while I could get YouTube to work, because for whatever reason, Twitch was not banking it to my YouTube. So it's almost like every time I have to reattach YouTube to Twitch, or else it won't ricochet it to the other platform, which sucks. Which sucks. Oh, it doesn't? Why not? I guess it would be whatever your YouTube name is, right? No, you gotta use, first of all, Streamlabs has a thing for hooking up to both Twitch and YouTube, but I'm using Restream, so it's this. It's a weird site, but that I'm using right now, and it consolidates both chats too, and it has an icon next to everyone's name where it says if they're Twitch or if they're on YouTube. So it's super helpful, and I'm able to actually talk to both at the same time, which is great, because that was already my problem. Like, I wanted to stream to both, but, you know. Yeah, Vanessa, maybe your username is different than your name slot. And if that's true, you should just be able to change your username to be Fabletail. But I don't know why I wouldn't have done that originally. Oh, Jeff Weber! Hi! How are you? Long time no see. But yeah, Troop, hopefully that helps if you've been looking for something. I was so happy when I found that. Also, I'm probably gonna end up making a like a digital avatar for the times that I don't stream. There's this cool one that's like an animated little version, and some of you know I've got my little character of Cloverkin, and it's like mixing 2D Live with this other program that I cannot remember off the top of my head. I'll have to tell you next stream, but regardless, it makes it so it's talking when I'm talking, it's giving the expressions I'm giving, so that it's not just my scrolling art in the corner, which I even get tired of that, you know. Because of weather? Really? Was it, what kind of weather was it? I forget where you are. Was it snowy weather? Was it rainy weather? Was it, what kind of weather was it? Was it VTube? That sounds right. Yeah, it must have been that. That mixed with 2D Live, and so I really want to do that, but of course that takes time. But hopefully I can get that going to some degree. So you got something to see if I'm not on here. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Heavy snow. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, you're probably on the East Coast then. I was so mad with that that snow system came by. We didn't get anything. I'm in Illinois, but like everything below where we are just got hammered. Like 8 inches of snow. And we're a little bit more north than that, and we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything. So I was kind of bummed about that. But I'm sorry you lost 3 days. That sucks. That's gotta be a little infuriating. North Central Indiana? Oh yeah. Then you were in one of the areas that got just destroyed. Did I meet you at ICC, Jeff? I can't even remember when I went there. I've only been there once. Indiana Comic Con? 13 inches. Damn. That's a lot. That is a lot. Sometimes I leave things white when I don't know what color I want to make them. I think I'll make it like a tan color, but you know. Hi, Asling. 33 inches all. Yeah, wow. Yeah, we haven't gotten much here. I remember hearing tales of, Illinois. They're supposed to get a lot of snow. And since I've been here, not so much. Compared to Minnesota, which I'm used to. Not as much. By any means. How you doing, Asling? You been good? No snow at all in Germany? Is that unusual? Do you guys usually have more snow, Serenity? I'm good. I'm good. Trying to get through my queue of things to do. You know how it goes. Always behind on art. It's me slowly pushing all the values here to be more and more in one way or the other. I did want him to have a yellow belly, but I guess we'll see where that goes too. Really, Serenity? Well, I guess that's global warming for you, huh? That's what's happening there. Trying to think of how I want these rocks to look on the side. I want them more blue. Oh, that's so weird, Jeff. Well, I hope Hope you're safe no matter what with how much there's been. Make sure to always have a blanket in your car and those hand heat warmer cracky thingies that you crack and they heat up. Be safe. Won't you safe? Yeah, so, here, let me also just, I'll show you something else too that might help. Oh God, come on. Okay. So, oh my God. Let me log in. Patreon's being silly. Oh, everybody turn on two-factor authentication and all your stuff if you haven't yet. You should have it already, but if you haven't, do it, because I had a friend who got hacked recently and like they had put up a video of her. They had tricked her into making a certain type of video, and they put it up, and it was about crypto. It's just a mess. So just a friendly reminder to change your stuff. Okay, so to make your question easier here, Vanessa, I did a process post on Patreon recently that talks about this, or this process that I did for this one. So what I did was in Clip Studio on my iPad, and I recorded the process so I can actually post that with this when I put this up on Patreon. But I sketched it digitally because for me lately it's easier to sketch things digitally, and then I don't waste as much paper. I have a problem with lines staying on the paper, even if I'm not drawing that heavy. They just stay there. I don't know why, even when I erase them. So I've been doing them digitally now. And then you can use the stabilizer, and that's super nice too. But I used the pencil tool to line this as I would in real life. And then I printed it on Arches paper. So my typical watercolor paper, which I don't have around, it should be underneath my video, but just in case it's not, I'll throw you a link here. So my usual paper is Arches Hot Press because it's smooth. I don't like the cold press paper because typically it's just, I don't know, like if you're somebody who likes the roughness and likes to, or knows how to use rough paper, then yeah, by all means use that. But if you're somebody who likes to control a lot of things and not have your mediums kind of pool in certain areas, because the thing with the cold press is I can't really use pastels or colored pencils with it, because what that ends up doing is the paper's so rough, it hasn't, like, you know, valleys and all these things in it already. So if you're just coloring it, the parts that have valleys, the medium just sticks in there, and it just becomes a dark spot on the piece, and you're like, oh my god. And you can't really fix it because you can't lift it and you can't go over it really unless you use like a heavy paint. So if you like mixed media things, you know, like dry media and wet media, I would say get hot press paper. because like I said, it's really smooth. It's smoother. But if you know how to use rough paper, like my husband uses cold press, because he just straight up watercolor, just watercolor, right? And if he does do ink over it, he knows how to work with the rifts and valleys that are in it. So he knows what he's doing. He can have his cold press. I want the hot press, but oh, Panna. Is it Panna? How do I say your name? Panna Hearson. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Oh, goodness. I appreciate that. I don't know why it hasn't come up yet. Twitch is being stupid. But thank you. There it is. Thank you, Panna. Oh. Also means he won't use your paper. It's true. But he does steal a lot of my stuff anyway. Gabbo for the win, right? Oh, Gabbo. Oh, thank you, Serenity. Yeah, Vanessa, I would definitely start off with hot press if you aren't sure which way to go. And then if you're working with it a good amount and you're like, yeah, I kind of want more texture than this. I want the paint to take on more of a life of its own. Then definitely give cold press a shot. And you don't have to buy big pads of it either. You could just buy a sheet of it for like $4 or something at an art store and just play with it, see if you like it. If you do like it, then get a pad of it. It's pretty low-key when it comes to risk with that. Oh, bye, Serenity. Thank you so much for coming and modding. I appreciate it. I also miss you very much, and I hope you feel better. I'm sorry your days were kind of bad this week. I am very loyal to Arch's Hot Press as well, yes. I'm with you on that. You just finished your first ever art stream? Hey! Everybody go give Panna a look and follow. That is awesome. Good for you. I'm proud of you. It's not easy to start. It's not. I mean, once you get used to it, though, it's like you're talking to people as if they were there. You get pretty used to talking while drawing, which I'm not doing right now, but you get used to it. I know in the beginning it's really hard to do both at once, but oh, I'm glad you did it. And you'll see over time, you'll accumulate people and learn things, and it gets better. You just gotta, like anything, you start getting used to something and you see where it's doing better and failing, and yeah, it's just like anything. I'm proud of you, Panna. Affiliate, yeah, you can do it. Honestly, if you stream like 3 days a week for maybe 2 weeks, you can basically hit it. What happens is they made partner really hard, basically impossible for artists to get. It's more for gamers now. About 4 or so years ago, they completely changed the system. Like, it was pretty obtainable for people, even artists, to get partner back then. Not anymore. Not unless you are already like a big time artist, like on Instagram or something. I would say if you were a big time artist on Instagram or YouTube already and you came over to Twitch and you brought a lot of your audience with you and you were streaming like every day for maybe a month solid, then you could hit partner. But as it is right now, it's tough for any artist to get partner. But affiliate, you should be able to get no problem, and you can totally do it. And then you can start getting bits and tips and all those things. So good for you, Panna. Good for you. What's the biggest difference? Basically, it's payout and how much they pimp your stream on the front page. They might have even changed how that is now, but for the most part, from what I remember, it was you get a bigger percentage of a payout from subs and basically just subs, yeah. Subs and all other things like merch, things like that. And then you also get featured more because you've got more viewers at that point. So they put you on the front page more often. That's good. Yeah, so just if it's still for fun right now, always keep it for fun. Try to always keep it for fun. Honestly, streaming for an artist as like your main monetary income is not very feasible. As an artist nowadays on the internet, it's more smart. It's smarter. It's smarter now to have multiple income streams. You know, have an Etsy, have a Patreon, have streaming, have Instagram, have all these things. Because each little thing is an iron in the fire that'll keep some income coming to you. Because it's really hard to always know how much you're going to be getting every month, you know, when you're just doing this. So if you can have a bunch of things that, you know, irons in the fire, it works better that way. Thank you, Panna. I do. I stream on Saturdays at 2 p.m. CST. I'm in Illinois, so it's Central Time. So yeah, I usually do that. Right now my schedule is insane, so I can only afford to do Saturdays at 2. But I used to stream 6 days a week, every week. It was a lot, and we were doing like, it was me and my husband, and we were streaming like 8 hours a day, because we were basically just doing our art while we were streaming our work anyway. So, but now it's at a point where I can't really stream while working because I have to concentrate on it too much, which sucks because I really wish I could just combine them. I might start doing that now that I have a different system, but we'll see. But yeah, I can only do the time I've been doing lately, and it sucks because I wish I could do more. It's just nice. You feel like you're having an art jam with people, you know? Oh, did you? Oh, Panna, thank you. We have a really nice little art community in my Discord. I love it. I love everyone that's in there. Everybody in there is so wonderful and sweet and considerate and compassionate. I don't know. I can't talk highly enough of the people in our Discord. I think they're great. Good people. Yeah, keep focused on it. It's true. And some days are going to be better than others. You'll have better streams than others. It'll grow and it'll shift and change. Just like any social media, you can't judge your work by the numbers you're getting, you know, because there are so many factors that you have no control over that are going to affect how you're doing, you know? Like, especially on Twitch. Like, you're going to have gamers that are put ahead of you on the front page so people won't find you. Some days you'll have one person watching, and maybe it's you open on a browser. Who cares? Act like there's 30 people there. You know, act like there's 100 people there. Because they do get recorded, right? At least once you reach affiliate, I think they're recorded for like 14 days. But you can also forward them to YouTube if you want to have a bunch of streams that are logged somewhere, because on Twitch they will disappear after 14 days, at least once you're affiliate. So if you want them put somewhere, put them to YouTube. Right now I have about 300 videos over the past 7 years that I put on a playlist on YouTube, and for right now I've made it private. But mainly because I don't know why anybody wants to go look at those. But you can definitely send them somewhere else if you want to keep them. But don't let numbers get you down. Exactly, Kat. Like, I honestly never want to get to the point that my chat is just scrolling like a game streamer. How do they even keep up with anyone in the chat? I mean, those are the points where people have to donate to get acknowledged by the streamer, and it's like, I don't necessarily like that. I kind of like the intimacy and learning who is who in the chat and, you know, talking to people. How was your week? We talked last week. Did this thing happen this week that you were hoping that would happen? You know, then it feels more like friends. You know? I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Right, Sophia? You know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a sweet spot for sure. But at the same time, it's like if you had to choose, I would not want the rolling chat, I'll call it. Yeah, when it's the rolling chat, you don't have that personal relationship with your audience like you can when it's, you know, like it is now. Small communities, man. I think you can grow more with a community when it is smaller like that. Trying to think about what other things I want here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please do. Post as much as you want in Discord, for sure. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not a very hoppin' Discord, but, you know, it's a good place to have a bunch of information just to have it, you know? Yes, I absolutely understand. Actually, when Gabe and I first started off, and we were streaming, we had to cultivate our community a bit. Like, we were getting people who were joining it not necessarily for the right reasons, and they would kind of screw around, or they'd get really confrontational with people or something. It made it more of a negative place to be, and that really wasn't sitting well with us. So, you know, from then on, we were definitely trying to I don't want to say cater. What's the word I'm looking for? To customize? I don't know. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like you want the kind of people that you are, I guess, around. You want a positive thing going on. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, Saphira's right. You can lay down the law, man. And don't be afraid to ban people. I think that's one of my biggest bits of advice. Ban first, ask questions later. Because, I mean, if somebody comes in, says something inappropriate or weird, and you ban them, if they feel like, oh my god, I am so sorry, I don't know what I did, they'll message you and they'll try to explain what happened. Maybe their brother took over their computer or something like that. Then you can unban them. But it's better to ban them right out and then not argue with them over the stream while they're doing their stupid trolling than anything else. So yep. Definitely do that. Or get somebody who you trust in your stream to mod it. I think I've got, 4 you in here mods? I know Saphira's one. Kat, I think you're one. I know Serenity's one. But yeah, have a few mods, people you trust that you know can do it. It really helps. You don't get many, honestly. It's weird. I get more spam bots now than I do trolls. Like, when I started off, we would get, God, like 3 trolls a stream that we'd have to ban because they were just, like, they pretended to be all nice and friendly, and then they just go off on some sort of just obscene thing, right? It's like, where did that come from? So we'd have to ban them. But now it's just like, 1 more followers, blah, blah, blah. It's just spam now that comes in. It's really weird. Really, really weird. Oh yeah, the hate raids when those happened. Yeah, we didn't want that to become a thing, so I did mod a few people here that I trusted, that I know are here a good amount. Yeah, now it's the get followers, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, don't let that scare you, though. Trolls can't hurt you. You're okay now. I mean, and we're kind of lucky, too, being artists. Trolls find us kind of boring. Because a lot of us don't give in, or we screw around with the trolls and, like, you know, try to joke at them and things like that. But the game streams are different. So I think they think since we're emotional people, we're going to react oh my god, no. But a lot of the time we just don't give in, so they get bored. So a lot of trolls know better than to come into the art streams. Oh yeah, duh, Sophia, that's so smart. I keep forgetting to do things like that. I should really do that. I have it on Instagram. I don't get any of those DM us for the art gallery bullshit. Oh really, Sophia? Wow. That's bragging rights. Definitely. We tend to troll them back. We really do. They don't expect it, but it's like, if you're gonna be dumb and come in here like that, I'm gonna say stuff. Alright. I'll put a couple... I can line it. I haven't tried this brush before. Let's try this brush. It's just a little guy. Little brush. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I guess we can try it. Yeah, they do want a reaction, so, you know, if it sucks, because if it were just me, I would just ignore them and let them just talk themselves into oblivion. But since other people are witnessing it, you kind of feel guilty, because you know the longer you wait to ban them or to do anything, your chat is still at the whim of the troll and no one can really talk. So, you know, a lot of the time you just end up banning them then. I don't usually line with watercolor, so I thought I'd try it this time. So I wanted a fuzzy coconut. I think for some reason I always feel like lining with a pencil will be easier or faster, and that's not necessarily true. Hi, Wolfo! Thank you! Yeah, it can be funny if the streamer's like in the mood and everything. Sometimes, you know, I mean, we're human, right? Sometimes we're not in the mood to deal with people's BS. Like Kat was saying, it's, you know, some streamers, it's their happy place. And they don't want to fill it with, you know, having to deal with more crap. You know what I mean? So, but if you're in the mood to troll back, go for it. Sometimes it makes for a really fun clip. Yeah, if you can get your little army on them, that's awesome. They get mad and yeet out of there. God, it took me so long to get used to yeet. I'm still not used to it. I think it's so hard to say. That and finna. I didn't get on that train. I couldn't understand. Like, finna seems harder to say than gonna to me. So I can't make that switch. Yeah, people say finna instead of gonna. I don't even, does anybody here use it normally? Like, if you do, are you Gen Z? Or which gen are you? So I think it's a Gen Z thing. But, I mean, every generation's got their way of talking. It's just, I was not able to follow it. Right? I think it was one of my friends who's like 23. I think she's 23. And she was saying it like all the time in her TikToks and everything. I'm like, man, I don't even know what's going on. I'm 36, so if anybody's there with me, I don't know. I can get some of the things kids are saying nowadays, but that one did not roll off the tongue for me. And like now I understand yeet, but I don't think I could actually have enough confidence to put it into my vernacular. I don't think I could fit that in. A grandmother of Gen Z? Oh, 21's a nice age, though. Though I was an idiot in my 20s. But I think anybody over 30 is gonna say, I was an idiot in my 20s. So I guess that's probably just what it is. It's like you wish you knew what you knew in your 30s and your 20s. I think that's kind of just what it is. Seems like the thing. 41 in 10 days. So you're about as old as Gabe is, Jeff. Which I feel like around this, you know, the 30s to the 40s, then it just all kind of blends together. There isn't much of a generational gap as there is between 30 and 20, you know? 30 and 40, it's a little bit more whatever. Because Gabe's 6 years older than me. So, and I'm 36, so yeah, he's 42 this year? Yeah, he'll be 42. So, I feel you, Jeff. No worries. Gabe's with you. Yeah, new slang. I don't even... Like, I get it if it's replacing something that exists, you know, for the most part. Except finna. It still doesn't make sense. But, like, yeet was hard for me to understand because I was trying to think of a word that was similar to it, that it was kind of replacing. And it's like, there isn't really one. What is it to yeet? Age. Yeah, right? Oh, age. I'm trying to figure out if I actually want this to be lined with brown. I guess it would make it a lot more cheery. Okay, now that I'm lining this, I can turn the settings to be more normal. Let me see if I can get this to look more correct now. Well, that's my normal hand color. So this is basically closer to what it is. I just don't want it to be blown out. I want you to see basically what I see, which it's this. It's basically that. It's funny because a lot of my friends are actually, at this point in time, kind of leaving social media. Like they're getting off it almost entirely. Man, I wish I could. If I didn't have so much writing on being on like Instagram and stuff and doing art on the internet, I would leave. I would so leave. I've pulled back from social media a good deal because I've been on Instagram since 2012, and I know I was shadow banned at some point. I had to be because I was not reaching anybody, so I don't even know why. It's just so weird. So just in general, like weaving around the algorithm, it's just F it. because you have no control over it, you know? Maybe if it was something more we could figure out, but I feel like since it's the algorithm, we don't really have say over it. You know, we can't really help it, whatever it is and all that. And as artists, we shouldn't be, you know, measuring our worth by our followers and how well our posts are doing and things like that when we have no control over who's seeing them and when they're seeing them and all that stuff. Like, there's no way to follow those analytics, you know, when we don't have control over them. So, there's that. I don't know if I'd leave Twitch. Twitch feels different. I don't measure a lot of things by Twitch. I think Twitch is nice because I still get patrons off Twitch, which I need. I need Patreon. I need Twitch. I like Twitch. Twitch has given me probably one of the most positive social experiences online. But the other ones that can be a little bit more damaging, I don't like those. I mean, I've been on the internet since I was like 12, and this is gonna date me, but I really miss how it used to be. Like when the internet was first out and it was exciting and you could, you know, nothing was terribly terrible yet, but now with deep fakes and everything, things getting really weird, really scary. I don't know. I do art full-time. My main source of income right now is my Patreon. I also do commissions. I used to do conventions almost all the time. Multiple ones a month, but since COVID, that kind of, that's in the back now. Now we can't really do that. So once COVID came in and I couldn't do conventions anymore, I had to switch to making most of my money on Patreon and Etsy and anywhere I basically could. So it's been a rough year or two. 3. This year 3. Oh my god. It's been a rough 3 years. But yeah, I used to be in the game industry. I used to do mobile games for like 10 years. That's ultimately what my dream was, going to college and coming out of it, but dreams change. And after I learned more about, you know, what mobile gaming was about, because you want to talk toxicity. Mobile gaming, when it was becoming like monetized and everything, that was a very toxic thing. So I didn't want to be a part of that, so I basically left. Because a lot of like art direction was being decided by monetization and like, well, what would make the most money and this, that, or the other thing. And I did not want my art to contribute to that. And that's not why I became a game artist. I didn't want that. So I left that. And for a while I was doing indie games with some people, and that was fun because then we could, you know, make it go back to being about heart and everything. But ultimately, I ended up just going my own way. And then now I'm kind of stuck with a whole big commission queue. Until I can free those up, I can't go back to my stories. So once I do free those up, I will be doing a lot more with my stories. So if anybody's on my Patreon right now, at some point, hopefully this year, ideally this year, has to be this year or else I'll go crazy. I might be overhauling the tiers I have available and changing them to be about, you know, the progress that I'm making on stories and things like that, and sneak peeks into my process and all that stuff. Right now I still do sneak peeks and things like that, but it's a lot more just, I don't know, generically driven instead of being about, you know, something specific or a specific project that I'm doing. A deep fake. So deep fakes are when they can take someone's face, like let's say if you just Google or go on YouTube and type in deep fake, it'll tell you. But essentially they can take anyone's face and put it on any footage. And they could also take footage of you and change what you're saying and anything like that to match audio and things like that. So think of that on a grand level, grand scale with like politics. Or another thing was, in a more sad thing, is that there was an actress, I thought it was Kristen Bell, but maybe I'm wrong. There was a celebrity that they changed a woman's face in a porn to be her face. So everybody's like, oh my god, she did a porn, blah, 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 but it wasn't her. So on a small scale then, for the people that are, oblivious to deepfakes, like think if somebody did that to you at work, in your workplace, and spread it around. Like you wouldn't be able to tell them, no, that's a deepfake, that's not me, because they don't know what a deepfake is. So they think that's you, and you could get fired from that or something. Like there's so much scariness to this. Similar in my eyes to NFTs. NFTs have this whole scary underlying underbelly thing that a lot of people aren't even thinking of when it comes to artists and stealing and theft and all that stuff. So if I can make a plea to anybody in here, don't get into NFTs. Please, don't. Aside from even the environmental impact, there's a big theft problem with that instead. So the internet's scary now. It's not like it used to be. It's not as fun as it used to be. So, oh, thank you, Panna. I'm glad you love the painting. Oh, sorry. Honestly, I feel like an alien compared to my friends in their 20s. I'm in my final year of uni, teaching at school as an intern. I'm about to start my teaching training full-time in September. Oh, congratulations. I have such a normal, steady life compared to my friends. I hate going out at night. I hate clubbing. Oh, I'm the exact same. I don't drink. I don't do anything that normal people my age did. I like being just a homebody. I don't like going out unless it's to someplace quiet or, someplace that fits my interests. I don't want to go to bars. I don't want to go to, just people places. I'm totally like you. I understand completely. So don't feel alone. Honestly, we're kind of perfect for Twitch then. Really, Guy? You never see us in your feed anymore? Oh my god. Gosh, that makes me mad. Oh, Sophia, I'm so glad you love my stream. Thank you. Oh, thank you for saying I did well at conventions. I'd like to say I did. It was the most fun for me. Because I got to meet new people. And at first it was really scary. Because I think at heart I might be more of an introvert, but as time's gone on and I've gotten older, I think I'm more of an ambivert. So I prefer to be an introvert, but I can be an extrovert, and I can kind of fake the whole I'm an extrovert all the time look, So when I'm at a convention, I'm really good at the going back and forth of how you doing, what are you into, all that sort of stuff, and talking about my art and what they're into and what's into at the time and all that stuff. That's really fun, and I enjoy doing that, and I like going back to my hotel room and just being alone, being quiet, and just eating and watching TV. That's it. I don't go to the bars after a convention. I don't go party. I don't do anything like that. I beeline it straight to the hotel room, and I just all night just stay there. I go to bed early. However, in real time, I don't go to bed early. Last night, I think we went to bed at 2 or 3. Bedtime can be anywhere between 11 to 4 sometimes, depending on what I'm trying to finish. It's whatever when you're an artist, but I don't know. Gotta recharge the batteries. Yeah, right? Day at home doing art and drinking tea. Oh. Yeah, Twitch has a lot of similar people to us. Absolutely. Same kind of goals, I think. Artists I love disappear off my feeds. Yeah. Honestly, I've been putting notifications on for the people that, you know, I can, but even so, that just makes my phone blow up, so I don't know. I can't even do that. A lot of the time, I'll just post now and walk away. So if any of my friends on here are like, why hasn't, you know, Ashley been looking at my posts? I just don't look at anything anymore. I really avoid it. Yeah. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago at this point, I made the decision to turn off notifications on my phone for my email. And it was like the best decision I had made. And since then, I haven't been as anxious or like worried or anything like that. It was a good move. And since then, I've kind of taken the same thought process to notifications for everything else. I don't really have it on for anything else. But I feel bad missing my friends' posts. So I don't know, it's this terrible back and forth guilt trip, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, right? Phone beeps and you ignore it. I'm with you, man. It's like 9 out of 10 times when my phone alerts me of something, it's not necessarily a good thing. So I'm getting this fear of my phone. Like 100% fear of my phone. I don't like that. I don't want to be afraid of my phone. It's silly. I am afraid of my email. Like at this time, if I go to check my email, I don't know if any of you do this, tell me, but I will like look at my phone at an angle. And if I see an email from someone I'm kind of like dreading answering or talking to, I'll either put it down to deal with it later when I've told myself a few things to prep myself to look at it, but otherwise, like if I need to answer it soon, I'll actually pass it by Gabe first. I'll say, hey, here's my phone, look at the thing that says this, and then give me a synopsis. And then he gives me a verbal synopsis of it, and then I'm already primed for it, and then I can read the actual email. It's really messed up. I don't know if anybody else does that, but man, I don't know. I can't deal with things head on anymore. And I used to be able to, but I just feel like this constant barrage of the never-ending COVID stuff and all the drama in the world and everything. I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm protecting myself nowadays at all costs. All costs. I have to. I have to, man. Oh, yeah. You want to talk email addresses? I've got a bunch, too. I'm with you. I can't, like... Oh my god, how many do I have at this point? I'm curious. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 email addresses. That's no good. I mean, keeping up with stuff too, like TikTok. I'm trying to keep up with TikTok, but with how my schedule is right now, I totally can't as much as I'd like to. And then you always feel like you're getting behind, and oh god, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Welcome back, Sophia. Oh yeah, you from the UK? The US is bad too, man. I think the whole world now, news is just... You gotta prep yourself anytime you turn on the news, or you're just gonna get caught off guard. Oh, I think that's smart, guy. I really think that's smart, actually, that you give them an address that you never read. I think that's smart. I think you're handling that just fine. Oh, does Gabe make art? Gabe is my husband. And yeah, he makes art. He's a professional comic artist. Oh shoot. I forgot Gabo. There. Those are all his socials. And I think, do I have mine under this? Yeah. And all mine are there, but basically I'm Cloverkin everywhere. But my husband's, he's basically everywhere under Galvasaur. And he does comics. He also makes toys and music on the side for fun, but his main hustle is comics. And he is a lovely soul and attractive man. I love him dearly. I've known him a very long time. Yeah, he does. Have you come across him before? I haven't even started on my Hobonichi. He got me into it too, but I haven't like been able to actually do anything with it. But yeah, he does a lot with it. Did you, Guy? Yeah. Yeah, he's still doing that. It's his little thing he does when, you know, he's kind of burnt out, and he'll just kind of putz around with music. He's getting better. I'm very surprised. Yeah, ordering one from Japan, yeah, it can be a little bit pricey. For sure. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know they blew up so much. He was telling me they have a pretty big fan base, and, you know, I believed him, but I've heard it even more lately about it, so I gotta figure out how I want to use mine. Because he does comics in his, and I don't know, I kind of want to do something different with mine. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right? Yeah. They seem to be a big hit recently. Oh yeah, the music I got from tabletopaudio.com. It's actually a site that's meant for D&D games and tabletop games. So, like, you can be playing a D&D tabletop game and have some ambient music in the background, which also happens to be royalty free. So that's nice. Is it safe, the music? Yeah, it's royalty free. Honestly, there's a few good ones. So, let me see if I can find you the other one I was using. There's also freestockmusic.com. There was another one. There were three. There's this one. There's tabletopaudio.com. What was the other one? It was like Soundscapes or something. I'm not remembering what the other one is. The other one is really cool though, because you can actually, like, it gives you an equalizer and you can change a lot of the stuff with it. Don't know where it is though. I don't think it's in any of my tabs either. That's annoying. See if it's in any of my other stuff. No, but I mean, if you just Google royalty-free stuff, you'll find it. There's other ones, luckily. And even Twitch has, I think on Spotify, a DRM playlist that you can use. I don't use it just because it tends to be like more pop music and stuff. Which for my kind of stream, I feel like that's a little bit more distracting than actually ambient, you know? But it's definitely there. But yeah, lots of options nowadays. When we first started, there were like no options. Now I'm gonna go in here and do a couple really dark water spots. Gotta be a little bold. Nice thing about watercolor is you can typically fix it if you're not happy with it. It's not as permanent as ink or anything, as long as you have like gouache or even some acrylic, though I don't prefer acrylic. Acrylic can be very difficult to work with. You can usually fix it with some other paint or something. Zelda music. Hey, if it works, it works. 0 years ago, and someone requested the orchestra, so it's copyright. That's nice. I know. I actually went and saw Hyrule Symphony a long time ago when they were playing it in like concert, and that was really cool. But yeah, I mean that's neat if they're doing that. I don't know if it would recognize it or not. So you got to be careful of that. Sometimes, like, the copyright stuff can pick it out of nowhere. And it's like, wow, really? How did you guys know? Come on. But, yeah, it's just, you know, get some ambient stuff. Because a lot of the time you'll just be talking most of the time anyway. You know. Some of this and go like that. Oh, you can't see that. Oh. I think I'm gonna get to the point here of doing all the white passes. So we're almost there. This is the only time every week I get to do my own thing. I get, you know, this is my Twitch time is my personal time, where I do any personal art cravings I kind of want to do. Otherwise, the rest of the week I'm working on other people's stuff. So, also for anybody in here who is new, hi! I do have a Patreon and I do have tiers that are international. So if anybody's interested in that, check out my Patreon. There's definitely some international options in there that I hope aren't too spendy. I don't think they are, but I'm really bad at judging overseas, like what's expensive and what's not. Oh yeah, totally. I used to make my own music for stuff, but if I don't have the time to do it, actually there were a bunch of games that I had to score when I worked at the game company because they didn't want to shell out money to get an actual musician for it. And I was like, well, I have music experience. And they're like, oh, good. Okay, then you do it. And I shouldn't have said anything. Honestly, I shouldn't have said anything. But I did, and I ended up having to do it. And it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. So I think if push came to shove, I'd be able to like score my own stuff, but I don't know, man. If it's out there and it kind of fits the bill and it saves you time, you might want to do it the easy way. But I feel you, guy. That's, if you can, do it. Gabe's been doing reels a lot lately, and I think he's streaming on Instagram Live tomorrow. He's actually taken to that instead of Twitch lately. He used to be heavily into Twitch with me, but it's easier for him now to just do IG Live. And I still want to do more IG Live too. I think coming up the portraits that I've got, I can do those on there pretty easily. And then, of course, I don't have to, you know, show my face or nothing, so that's nice. That means I can do it more often without having to put on makeup and junk. Do some more fantasy lighting here. Some of these. These plants aren't even like... Why aren't you even green? Come on now. Oh my god, there's always this spot in every piece. Every piece I end up forgetting. It's like there's a little chunk I always forget about. Drink some water. Everybody drink water right now. Take a sip. Dog attack, thank you for the follow. I'm so sorry I didn't acknowledge that when that happened. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Cat, are you still here? I just realized something. Should I outline anything else before I get there? No. Alright. Let's do the white part. Do that away from the microphone so it doesn't make you deaf. Remember to always have a scratch thing for trying out other colors. Is it the Escher one, Sophia? The Escher Lab one? Or is it the Stephanie Law one? Or just a random one? God, this thing is getting low already. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, Sophia. Oh, that's huge. Wow. Oh, yeah, that lid looks really nice. Wow. Sophia, this is really nice. I may need to get one of these. Because right now, my palette's seen some better times right now. Mine is more for traveling. It's a Kremer one. It's good. It's tin. It does the job. But yours looks really nice for home use. I really like that. Oh, for your gouache, nice. Yeah, it's good to keep your gouache and your watercolor in separate homes because they look the same when they're in the palette. But also, if you want your gouache to stay wet, because gouache is good in two different states. Like if you can keep it wet, it's great for doing opaque areas. So if you can keep it wet, that's usually ideal, because it's not like watercolor. Watercolor acts like dried gouache all the time, but gouache acts like acrylic for the most part, as if you would add water to acrylic. But it's really nice because it's super opaque. But there are things called stay wet palettes that there's like a wet sponge you put down, and then you can put down like parchment paper, put your paint on that, and then it has it's like a container. You can basically do it with a Tupperware, honestly. If you have a really thin sponge, parchment paper, paint, and then you keep it in an airtight lid, then it keeps it from drying out. So you can have gouache in a palette for a long time. So that's why a lot of gouache palettes have, they usually have like a silicone palette grid like this, and then they have a silicone thing that goes over it that makes it airtight so it doesn't dry out. So that's another kind you can get if you don't mind putting them in their own pans. If you look up like silicone gouache palette, you'll see how it like slots into each palette tray and it keeps it from drying out. But if you like your gouache dry, totally go that route then. For real. You do you. You know what's best for you. I'm just letting you know what's out there in case you need it. Should probably show that this goes back in there a bit. I kind of like that. Oh yeah, that's true. Some sites give you, I know Daniel Smith, you can buy a like a sample palette that has like little daubs of every kind of the color. Dot cards, yeah, Troop knows. I didn't even know they did that until Gabe showed me, and I was like, wow, that's cool as hell. Oh, you're welcome, Panna. Did you, Sophia? Yeah, there you go. Dot colors, you know what's up. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Took me this whole time to get this shadow. That's all I wanted. It's that shadow. Yeah, now I can go back in and do those hard shadows that I wanted to do originally. Oh, thank you for the sub, Panna. Also, I love your name. Can I just say I love your name, Panna? So cute. Also, it's kind of a perfect watercolor artist name, let's be honest. Yeah, Schmanky. Gabe likes Schmanky. Oh, I love it. I think that's really cute. Oh, Troop, thank you for the sub too. I appreciate that. Hello, 001. How are you? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Oh, you were up for Prime? Hell yeah. I mean, what works? If it works, it works. I still get like $2.50 per sub, so when it comes to Prime, so that's nice. Nice little income. So thank you for that. So yeah, I think Panna, when we were talking earlier about affiliate and partner, you get half, I think. So like Prime, it's a $5 sub, but as a streamer you get $2.50, and then I think as partner you end up getting 75% instead of half. Sophia, that's right? Do you remember that being it? It might have changed since then, but I'm pretty sure it was 50 affiliate, 75 for partner. I'm well, One. How you doing? How's your Saturday? What have you done today? Anything cool? Oh, I wish. Nope, I'm still affiliate 6 years later. They made partner really hard to get. I don't know. Like, it used to be a lot easier. Like, there was a time where Gabe and I were actually grinding to try to get partner back when it was easier. And then, like, halfway through us trying to get it, they changed it. And now it's like unobtainable for artists. Like, we can't do it. We cannot do it. But, no, I'm still affiliate. You can still get a lot with affiliate. It's not too bad. But yeah, they get more, yeah. It's okay. I'm happy to be getting anything, honestly. Because I'm doing this anyway. So, I enjoy doing it. So if I get some, cool. If I don't, cool. Because either way, I figure I'm getting work done because I'm going to sell this piece, right? And, I mean, I'm getting out there. I'm getting, people seeing my work while I'm doing it. So, honestly, if I get patrons or donations or subs or anything like that, it's all bonus. And as long as I don't start having my income, I think, depend on the sort of thing, that's good. The only income I depend on is my Patreon, which that's also one that's kind of like, ooh, maybe you shouldn't, but right now it's pretty solid, pretty, what's the word, dependable, consistent, constant, I don't know. Okay, I think I'm ready to do the other parts now. Oh, wait, one more. I keep seeing things. Seeing things I want to change. Or add, rather. Oh, it's too dark. We'll do that. Painting some minis. Oh, hell yeah. For Warhammer? Or Kingdom Death? Or what's your poison there? Warhammer? Nice. I have friends that play Warhammer, and they're crazy for minis. What does AOS stand for? I'm sure it's like a Warhammer, like, expansion or something, right? Come on. Oh, not 40K? Oh, does that mean it's the more medieval looking one? Yeah! Oh, nice. Well, you're in the right place right now, huh? Awesome. Well, usually I'm doing more medieval based work, but right now we're having a chill frog day. I felt like painting something that looked a bit warm, because it's like 14 degrees out right now, so it's one of those times. It's really weird though, because lately we've been able to have the door open and have the like window just right there and the sun coming in, because the sun's been warm, but it's been cold out. But the dogs love just sunbathing in the door window, so we typically open it up for them, and as long as it's not cold air coming in through the door, we leave it open. Oh, you've been lurking? Well, that's totally fine. I'm glad. I totally get lurkers, so if you gotta lurk, lurk. I think art streams are good to lurk on, really. Because, I mean, it just makes sense. If you think about it, it just totally makes sense. So, if you are a lurker, I am grateful for you, and I'm happy you choose me to come lurk by. Oof. I keep catching my headphone. Oh, has it been? Oh, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. There we go. Hopefully I don't catch it again. Let's do the water. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot a shadow. Oh my god, Christmas elf. With my husband, Gabe, the biggish Mexican guy. Oh, I bet you guys geeked out then about Warhammer stuff. Oh no, buffering. Oh, my stream strength looks good. Maybe it's Twitch. Somebody else want to see if Twitch is having issues? Because mine's telling me my strength is good, so maybe it's Twitch. You guys hear the trains in the background? $120, really? Mine says it's fine. Yes. I'm at 60 FPS, 1589, no, 2048 kilobytes. I don't know. I don't know what to do if it's not mine. Mine's not in the red. I know a couple times it has been, but right now it's not. Hi, Alexiel. How are you? Oh, it is Twitch? Is that what you guys are saying? Yes? Oh, thank you for the clovers. How you doing? Oh, fun, Panna. Well, enjoy. Remember, I'm really proud of you for streaming your first stream, and I'm honored you came to me afterwards, so I can't wait to hear more about your adventure in Streamland. And I hope you have fun with your partner. Thanks for coming. Now I'm able to pump all these values. Oh yeah, you can hear the trains. That's what you were responding to. Yeah, those are real trains. Those are real trains. We live... Honestly, I don't mind it. If you would have asked me a long time ago if I would have minded it, I probably would have said yes, but honestly, I don't. It doesn't happen that often, and when it does, it's just kind of like, eh, it's not too bad. I hope to see you again. Yeah, don't feel pressured to raid. Do what you gotta do. Okay, guy. Take your time. Do what you gotta do. Get rid of some of this painting fuzziness around the edges. It's nice to line it with paint, but sometimes it gets a little too blurry, so you have to sharpen it up. hi, Sketch. It might be your connection, or it might be everybody else too. People were complaining about drop frames and stuff, so it might be Twitch. Because my connection's real good, but like I said, a bunch of people were saying that drop frames and what else? Yeah. How you been though, Sketch? You been good? Not great? I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything you can do for yourself to make your day better? Be your own hero and save the day there? Maybe not, but sometimes it's fun to see if you can save your own day. Oh no, relapse, upcoming dental surgery consultation. Well, I hope the dental surgery goes well, because I know you've been waiting forever for that. Friendships ending is... it's really sad. But you know, it might be for the best. I mean, depending on what it's about. Maybe they're changing, you're changing. That happens a lot when you grow up. It hurts, but it's I feel like it's one of those growing pains things. Granted, I know nothing of the situation, so don't listen to me if I'm totally off, but I know it can be tough and it can hurt, but it's also just part of life. But if you want to save it, I guess you can maybe try. I don't know. Isn't good for you, but it still hurts. Yeah, if you know, then if you can say to yourself they're not good for you, then yeah, maybe move on from it. If they're turning you into a worse version of yourself, you don't want that. You don't need that. Oh yeah, how'd that go? Oh, that's good. That should help with your stuff, right? Well, I'm happy it sounds like you're getting a lot of the stuff you wanted to get in gear. Baby steps are still steps. I have to tell myself that more often than I'd like to admit, but baby steps are still steps. Oh, there you go. Well, I hope it comes faster for you than later. How about that? Sooner than later. So despite things being kind of bad, it sounds like they're on the way, though, to being good things, right? You try to save your plants? Oh no! Spider mites. Ugh. How do you get rid of that? Ugh. Spider mites. And they'll probably be going over this frog again with some pastels, some colored pencils, so he stands out more. Oh, wow. How do they get spider mites? Is that just a normal thing that happens? Or is it something like you accidentally bring in from outside, or how does that work? Ah, no, damn it. Well, you can't help that. God, I need a big amount of white right now. Maybe this one is in better condition. Oh, bye, Jeff. Thanks so much for coming. It was so good to see you. I miss you. I really hope your job isn't affected too much by the snow. And you stay safe, okay? I look forward to seeing you again. Oh, is it Sophia? That's good. Ugh, I've been using the old one. Apparently this one is the good one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, get some of that on there. I'm purposefully goobing it everywhere. So I need these wave crests. I can't get it really with this the way it is. I would be doing this with white paint if I wasn't so lazy and I got up and, would go get it, but this is kind of exciting to do it this way too. Because if I do too much, it can just go everywhere. So there's some excitement with this. And because I guess I don't know. Careless? I don't know if I'm careless or if I'm getting just a rush off the excitement of having it be dangerous, that it could kind of ruin the piece. That's how I live on the edge. Purposely goober the paper. So it needs more action. There's not enough going on here. No, I haven't seen it today. You sent me some bugs? Are they isopods? I will be so happy. There is only one bug I do not like to look at, and that is a centipede. Do not send me centipedes. I don't want it. This one I might be able to pick up with a paintbrush. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. actually do some fades. This is how you use paint pens sometimes. As actual paint. Oh no! He gets a new paint job? Oh, little Rolly man. Oh, but they're so precious. I love them so much. All the Rolly babies. Clover will just love and hate this. That sounds perfect. I can't wait. The white brings its life? Yay! It is like my favorite part of the painting. I just feel kind of crappy when, you know, people don't get to see this part. Because this part is like, oh my god. And I feel like this part's also the most organic. Like, you can't screw it up. I mean, you can, but you can't at the same time. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Y'all probably know what I mean. I'm not going to put as much detail, I don't think, out in the ocean area here, because I don't want it to draw away attention from the main piece. So this might have been a bit much, because now it kind of looks like it's in a whirlpool, to be honest. So maybe I should tone that down a bit. But ideally, you know, you'd push it back. So now it looks like it's swirling. But I'll just tone it down a little bit more. Hopefully it'll kind of just be whatever. Trust the process. Oh no! Is that true? Oh, Saphira. Oh, sketch B. Sketch B. Oh, you guys. That's very sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Just remember, if you're adding life to a painting, make sure that you're kind of being full of life as well. So, you know, kind of get a little bit risky. Do some things that might not turn out so good, you know? Because sometimes those risks are what change the whole, I guess, like the trajectory of the painting, you know? To add life to it, become full of life, you know? Like a bumblebee. And poor Gabe's waiting for me to be done so we can eat together, so trying to finish this up so we can eat. Oh, yeah. cupcake. Pollen cocktails. I love it. Ugh, these paint pens. I'm trying to get paint out of these paint pens. Come on. What's for dinner? Not sure. We gotta talk about it. Lately it's been like sweet potatoes and kale for me. He's been having a lot of his usual stuff, tostadas, and I think he had some spaghetti for lunch. What did? What made you smile? Oh yeah, sweet potatoes are always good. Oh, of course. I have to. I have depicted them. I have had moments with Cupcake. Really? That's surprising. I'm sorry. I know you had just started making a new one too, Sketch. I don't think you had a name for that one yet though, right? I thought it was another centaur, or maybe a satyr. Maybe it was a cryptid. Nah, I'm forgetting now. It must have been a few weeks ago. But I think you hadn't named them yet. I think it was during a stream you had told me about them. Oh no, I can't remember. But I thought you were excited about it. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, oh well. If it comes up again and it sounds familiar, I'll let you know. Ooh, new shawl. Are shawls fun to do? Dang. That's gonna take a minute. Oh, it's woodland themed. Oh my god, that sounds awesome. The branches aspect, that sounds really cool. How clever. I would love to see it when you're done with it. Or even, you know, if you're halfway done, I'm really curious how it looks in process. And he'd be in paradise, right? I wish I were that frog too. It's a nice warm little area. Alone on a little island. So you could wear a swimsuit or whatever and not care what anybody thinks. Wouldn't that be nice? Your friend's frog eats mice? Wow. Weird. I haven't heard of that. Add a couple dark spots and I think we'll be done. Weird. No, don't feed him the hamos. Not the hamo. No. I love hamos. My aunt was a reptile lady, so she had she also had birds, but she also had at one time she had a boa. She's had a ton of snakes, but she was one of those folks. So she also worked at a pet store for a long time, so she'd have to kill the mice that people picked up for their snakes. So she ended up telling me way too early on how she would kill the mice so they were fresh. So I have that memory. Thank you, Aunt. Alright, I think we're good. I think this did it. Maybe a little bit more down here. Oh, an albino frog. Pretty. I think I'm overall happy with this, though the inside of the coconut is not as dark as I'd like. I'll darken that up a bit. Yes. Please. Show me the froggy. Lele? Oh, he's a chonk. I love him. How beautiful of a pattern is that? I love how it looks across his back. It's absolutely gorgeous. God, he's big. How round is he about, you think? That's a good round boy, that's what that is. He'd be huge, yeah. Big girl. Tabletop Megan, who comes in here a lot, she has a lot of cuties. He's too big for his bath? Oh, I must see. I live for the fat ones. Oh, baby. Oh, his bath fits him, though. It's like his color and everything. Oh my god, he is precious. I love him. I love him so much. He is my friend now. I love him. He is a plorp. I dub thee plorp. Oh, baby photo. Baby frog. Baby frog. H. Oh my god. I love that he just looks like a chibi version because his head's huge compared to his body. I love him. Oh my god. He's so cute. I love that it's like he looks like a chibi. That is so good. How pure. What a pure little baby. Okay. I think I keep saying I'm done, but I keep working at it. Ugh. Such is life. Now I am gonna go in and do a few details with the pencil because I want to bring back his face and everything like that, but I definitely have to sharpen my pencil to do that. And it is not sharp right now. So I'll be doing that off stream probably. And I gotta eat because I'm starting to get a headache. It's no good. Let's see. So I'm for sure gonna be streaming Saturday, next Saturday, because that's when I normally stream. But I might be streaming on either IG Live or here throughout the week, depending on where I get in these portraits. If I can get to a place where I can work on them, you know, kind of mindlessly, then I will definitely be hopping on something to work on them. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, give me a follow if you want to see those, because I might be doing it on IG Live, but I might also be doing it here. So if you also want to check out my Patreon, that is where majority of my income comes from, and I have some pretty cool tiers on there, I think. But again, that's me kind of tooting my own horn. But they're definitely tiers that I enjoy doing every month. I really like them. And they're all at varying degrees of price. So I like to say I've got something for everybody, but really that's up to you to decide ultimately. So they're called a Pac-Man frog? Are you serious? What? Oh my god, it fits in a bowl. I would call that a ramen frog because it looks like a bowl of ramen. That's what I would do. Ramen frog. Oh my god. What a fatty little goober. Let's see if there's somebody I can raid. See if anybody's on. I wanted to get somebody who's not got many people. Oh, maybe this might be the person I did last time? Maybe? Oh, she's doing a tiny kitchen. Danik!
Happy Sunday to you, and here's to many more.
Aw, thank you, Danik. Oh, it must be Sunday for you. Well, happy weekend. Thank you so much, Danik. We're actually ending. We did this whole thing this stream. What? So if you're interested in watching this right after I end, if you want to go back and watch it, you can. But, Danik, you're so good to me. Thank you. Oh, this person's doing miniatures. He's doing some really nice gradients on this. I'm gonna do this guy. Let's do him. This seems good. Oh, thank you, Sketch. Thank you, Danik. Alright, let's do this raid. This guy's name is Big Dino. He's doing some what's a diggers? Miniatures. Okay, so like I said, for sure next Saturday at 2 p.m. Central, but maybe sometime throughout the week, either on Twitch or on Instagram Live. So make sure you're following on both. Is it... It's an exclamation point? You sure? Here. Isn't it this? Hold on. Hold on, I'm working on it. I don't know if I have a raid call. Is it that one? There we go. Okay. Oh, Clover Raid. Just for right now. I'm being crappy about it. Alright, ready? 11 of us, let's go. I'll see you next time, okay? Thanks for joining me. Bye!